Hi guys, so today's video is going to be on this look right here. It is an updated Seahawks look. It is great either for a football party or if you actually go to one of the games. I really enjoyed this, had fun, really fun look, and it's actually pretty easy to recreate. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep on watching.
Alright, so I started by placing tape on the outer corner of my eyes. This is just to keep the look looking clean. You get a nice sharp edge. So I like doing that when I want to have a cleaner look. So next I am just going to highlight my brow bone. I just wanted to do that before I put any shadow on, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. It's going to help me have a cleaner look on the brow bone area. Now I'm just going to prime my lids, and I'm using the Urban Decay primer. I think it's just the original one, the purple tube. Okay, so I'm going to start with my shadow, and I'm going to be using this this NYX Event Pop palette, and I am just using a kind of a skin color shadow to set my primer. I like to set my primer that way it's not kind of sticky and the shadows are sticking to it. So the shadows, sorry, I'm distracted because my TV just turned on by itself. So yeah, I like to use the primer that way my eyeshadow doesn't really stick to it and it's easier to blend. So if you have a base, it will be much easier to blend later on. Next, I'm going with this kind of taupey color, and I am going to place that on my crease, and it's just to give it a little bit more definition and not really for the color purpose. Alright, so we're going to start adding some color. I'm going to go ahead and go with that nice bright green on the crease. This time I wanted to do it the other way around. I usually place the darker color. On my previous Seahawks look, I placed blue on my crease, but I wanted to switch things around a little bit. So I just decided to go ahead and put the green on my crease. Honestly, before I started this video, all I knew is that I was going to switch those colors around. I had no idea what I was going to do, so I was honestly just winging it. So the green was looking a little bit too bright and too light for my liking, so I just decided to go with this shimmery shadow palette. I got this a long time ago at Forever 21, so and I haven't seen it lately, so I'm sorry, but I just decided to add that kind of greenish shadow mixed with some purple that you saw there, just to calm that bright green down a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with this dark bright blue. This is going to be basically my base because I will be adding glitter. So I'm using this palette from Wet n Wild in Poster Child. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that blue. Basically just keep it below the crease. We want that below the crease so that you can just place your glitter on top of that. So we're gonna go ahead and add that and just make sure it's blended nicely. Then decided to go in with this blue color Evidence from the Urban Decay Smoked palette. I decided to add a little bit more blue to the one we had already placed. It just wanted it to pop a little bit more since that was going to be the main focus, or it's going to be the main focus on this look. So I wanted to have a more kind of shimmery or satin base for the glitter. Then of course we just want to have all that shadow nicely blended. So now it's time for the fun part. I am going to add this Too Faced glitter glue on top of the blue shadow, and it is going to be our primer to keep our glitter in place. So do put a nice quantity. Of course you don't want to have a bunch of glitter glue on your lid, but make sure you do put a nice quantity, that way you are able to pack more glitter onto your lid. Okay, and now gently I am just going to dip the this brush into the glitter, and I'm going to gently pat it into my lid. Keep this below the crease, that way it is much easier to blend everything else afterwards. Do not go above the crease, and again just kind of gently pat that into it, or not pat it, well tap the glitter into your lid. That way you don't have a lot of fallout, and it actually stays in place better. Now the glitter I used is from NYX. I totally forgot to mention that, and I love those glitter. They're just so beautiful. I love them. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some silver into my crease. I want to make sure I have all those Seahawks colors mixed in there somehow. So I'm adding that silver color from the NYX palette onto my crease. It's probably not going to be as obvious, but it's still going to have that silver kind of hint to that look. So as I was adding that silver into the crease, I just thought this green was not looking Seahawk enough, so I went and pulled out this palette that I think someone gave me. I don't know what palette it is, so I am sorry for that, but I added that bright green onto the upper crease, and don't be afraid to kind of go a little bit into the brow bone. We can clean that up later. And then I'm just making sure I blend that out nicely. Honestly, at this point, I had no idea what else I was going to do or what I was doing, so I just decided to add more of that Evidence blue color from the Urban Decay palette and place that on the outer V of my eye and bring it a little bit into the crease, not all the way, kind of halfway, and I just decided to do that and go along with it. I was so happy I added that color. It just made it look a little bit more different. I wasn't even expecting it to turn out well. And then I'm going back with that green shadow and place a little bit onto the blue we just added. That way it blends nicely and there's a nice transition with the blue and the green. And of course, we have to blend all that out. Okay, now it's time to clean up the brow area one more time, since I did get some green shadow higher into the brow bone area. So I'm using a brow highlighter to clean that up and make it look better again. Alright, so we are all done for now. It is time to remove that tape and we can see how it is nice and sharp and clean. I'm just using this stippling blush, I cannot talk today, the stippling brush just to clean out any fallout I had from the glitter. The only downside of this glitter, it is kind of stubborn to get out of your face, but you're eventually able to get it off. But there's no fallout afterwards, so that's a good thing. And as you can see, I did my brows, I put on some lashes, and now I am just going to do my lips. I'm using, I believe it's a Jordana liquid lipstick, just something very subtle and kind of more nude on the lips, since we have so much going on the eye. We do not have, we don't want to have so much going on our lips. Unless, you want to go crazy, go ahead and wear some blue and green lipstick if you want. But since I was actually going to go out wearing this makeup, wanted to keep that nice and settle. As you can see, I went and did my hair, and while I was doing my hair, I totally forgot to finish my eyeshadows. And what I'm going to do next is just basically line that bottom lower lash line, or want to add some shadow to that. So I'm going to place some of the silver on the inner corner of the eye, and then I am going to go ahead and place some of the green and blue from the NYX palette. And of course I had to go back and use the blue from the Urban Decay palette, since it is a little bit more intense and darker. That way you can give this a look a little bit, something a little bit more fun. So this is the finished look. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it and liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.